It still hurts. Good morning, Rams fans. I'm Sheriff Joe Bags. Rams lost in the NFC Championship game. We're not playing in the Super Bowl. We're sad about it. This is Tuna.
I'm still upset about it as well. It doesn't feel like the season was supposed to be over. Really lame. if I'm being honest, really lame.
Not a fan. This is way less fun than actually being in the Super Bowl. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, 0 out of 10 would not bang. I had to ask for the Wi-Fi for our Cabo hotel room. Like this is butt.
Yeah. Big time bummers. But yeah, man, it's as far as the Rams go, obviously season's over. We're getting into offseason business here, and we'll be talking obviously in the coming weeks, months, years, decades about just what the Rams could be, turning into here, and some changes. But not totally ready to put the 2025 Los Angeles Rams to bed quite yet. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about some grades, passing out.
Yeah,
Pencils down. All right, everything's done. Now let's figure out how the hell we did this year. Gonna take it up.
Oh, it's my role. I'm still waking up with my coffee. What I will ask while I'm pulling this up, what are you looking forward to getting into as a collective hobby now that there's no football? Are you getting into pottery? Are you an anime guy? Are you catching up on shows? Like what's your thing?
Trains, probably. I don't know. I'm actually
trains.
Yeah, I don't know. Fun for I'll tell you that that actually for Ram Showcase and Sheriff Joe Bags activities, I'm actually working on some. I don't even know what to describe them as. I'm working on a few different videos that I want to put together, kind of like mini documentaries. So that's kind of my focus this off season. So Ram Showcase episodes will be a little bit more sporadic as I kind of put more attention into that, but I'm very excited about it, man. This off season should be really fun. Some of the ideas I've got for these videos, I've been fired up about for a really long time, and it's hard to find time to actually knock them out. So I'm just going to make that happen. And I'm really excited. That's all.
Well, you're way more productive than me. I'm catching up on some gaming. I heard Arc Raiders was fun. I'm gonna take some time with that. But no, I do want to take a moment to, before we jump into the grades, not give up all the details because some things that you and I still got to work out. But the show is not going anywhere all off season. We will still be here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It may or may not have a new name, but we will give details on that.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Some fun stuff. But my personal content, I may go into more broader NFL, kind of expand, but this show is always staying Rams. Like this is not changing whatsoever. We are going to have a Patreon this week. It is launching because we've had multiple requests. People happy that we're monetized, but wanting to see the show grow. So the few conversations I've had with people, Leon on the East Coast asked for Sheriff Joe Bags Apple Pay, which was really cool. So we're growing. We have people that want to help out and see the show grow, and just want to thank all of you guys. It's been a really fun season with you guys. That's a cool comment. You see that one?
I do not actually. Mine is empty. Is it doing the thing again where I don't see comments? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I will.
Okay, I got
there we go.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Seahawks fans, watched you guys all season. Wanted to wait a bit because people get touchy after a loss, but just want to say GG. Y'all were easily the toughest team. Seahawks, you've been lurking all season. What the hell?
I love that.
Hey, no, that means a lot. Thank you. We appreciate it. If we can get rival fans in here, that means we're not complete fucking homers, and there's at least something to take away from what we talk about. So that's cool.
We're big time homers. I don't know if you saw our game previews leading into that game. We were for sure big homers, but I do appreciate you being here, man. That was a hell of a game. Yeah, I mean that was the game, man. So that was the one.
I mean, I hate that you're having fun, but the way I put it is football is the greatest sport on earth, and you're not always going to get to be joyous. Sometimes that joy belongs to someone else. and right now belongs to you guys. So go kick some ass, have fun, enjoy the next 2 weeks because a Super Bowl, I mean, Super Bowl berth is really, really fun. And then Muad'Dib, I'm glad that you found us. I don't know what he's not getting notifications for some reason, so
Dude,
maybe it's something
we're shadow banned, man. It actually happened. Peo and Rams House do a show on Wednesday nights, and I knew that they were starting it, and I usually put it on in the background as I edit my show, and I couldn't find it. I knew they had started, and I'm like refreshing my front page and all that stuff. And it's like a show I watch every week. Why is it not popping up? I couldn't find notifications. I couldn't find anything. I had to type in Peo's channel name and then search for him. And that's how I was able to find their live stream. So it was like, that was so weird. It's like, I'm there every week. I interact with them. I subscribe to all of them, and I wasn't getting notifications. So something's up with YouTube right now. But
yeah, now I think about it, I don't get my Rams. I for their main page, I haven't gotten them all season. I literally just thought of that. Yeah, all right, well, we're too close to the truth. You know what it was? The second I said pigeons aren't real, we started getting shadow banned.
Good point, dude. That's a good point, actually, man.
Just saying.
They're on to us.
All right, Let's jump into these grades, man. I don't want to get shadow banned even more because this is. Yeah, it's not good.
I don't even actually know what that means. I just say it.
You don't know what that means?
I mean, I can take context clues.
Okay. So do you want left or right?
What's the difference?
Just where I place yours.
Okay. Right. I want right.
You want right?
Yeah.
Because you're always wrong.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You want to start offense or defense?
Let's go offense. We're good.
Okay. All right. We'll start from the bottom up because I think the top one is the easiest.
Yeah.
Sean McVay's play calling now. Obviously, we love the guy. It's not just the end result, but take into account game management, take into account the entirety of the season, decisions made, and roster decisions as well for the offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that we typically judge Sean McVay compared to Sean McVay, and that's hard, man, because he's one of the best. He just turned 40. He's already a Hall of Famer. So we judge him based on what we think he should be in our heads. And I think that if we take a peek around the rest of the league and see what he's doing, I still think there's plenty of room for improvement, but I think that we're probably too harsh on him. I'm going to give a B-. That's simply because I do think that there's plenty of room for improvement. And there was some times this year where I felt like he had maybe taken a step back, but he's still one of the best in the league.
I'm glad you said that because I thought I was going to be pretty harsh with mine. So the fact that you went slightly harsher than me makes me
I thought
feel
I was being kind.
No, I don't think you're too kind at all. I want to give him just a solid B, just because, yeah, it's good. You got a guy to an MVP season, but unfortunately, I am gonna judge him against himself. I think the standard is the standard. It's a McVay. That's a Tomlinism that I really do love and enjoy. You expect Super Bowls out of him. There was times where clock management, I think, really bit them in the butt. That not just that game, but some of the losses during the regular season, you can be a little bit better. And it is splitting hairs. So I am judging him roughly against himself, against his best self. So, yeah.
The timeouts. The timeouts kill me. The timeouts get me, man. It's like, we're 4 minutes in. What are you doing? Yeah. It's like 2-minute warning. Of course we're out of timeouts.
Yeah. And I'm still salty about some certain play calls this season, but this is why I'm not in a building. All right. Kicker. This would have been bad. This is going to be weird to judge because we got two kickers technically.
That's why I'm going to give a C+ because I think that we have to consider both of them, right? So for Cardi, obviously that would have been a pretty low grade, but I think that Mevis has done phenomenal. I just think that C+ even feels harsh.
Do you want to grade both? Do you want to grade Cardi and Mevis? I'm down to do that.
I mean, yeah, because it's I feel like the C plus isn't weighted properly. Because I would give Cardi a D, but I'd give Mevis an A plus. Because he missed one kick. You know,
He was nails. I mean,
yeah,
he was nails in the snow, dude.
yeah, exactly. He was awesome. He better get extended.
D and A plus. You said?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I would say F for Cardi. You lost your job. It's I think it's devoid of all the reasoning. I think I think that's like the ultimate grade. Isn't it like the worst you can get is that you lost your job and that you got demoted to practice squad?
That's fair, but I think that D is also. I mean, that's yeah. I would say the only reason I didn't go F is because the blocks and some of those I can't put on him. So
I understand that, but I think regardless of what the reasoning is in the operation, I'm just going to go, hey, you lost your job. Somebody else came in and did well. The only reason I'm not giving Mevis an A plus is because I want to see why they chose sometimes to not opt for like a long 50-something yarder and go for it. Was that going to happen regardless of who the kicker is? Or does Mevis not have a consistent, like the deepest ball? I do want to see that part of his game unleashed and him to get those opportunities.
And this is not going to make any sense to you, but when you said the deepest ball, I heard that in my head as being sung in the tune of The Darkest Gray by All That Remains, and that's really funny to me. But I know that you don't understand it, and it's sad.
I don't know what any of those words mean, so I'm going to take them as disrespect. Get back on track. Focus.
Fair. Yeah, reasonable.
All right, offensive line.
Give me an A for the offensive line, man. Those guys are monsters. I think that they played absolutely phenomenal. I think that the way that Wendell has handled those guys, the lack of getting beat to hell was also a huge plus. Obviously, we did lose K-Dot for a little bit. We had Jackson miss his time and Havenstein, obviously, but we got some Warriors up there, man. So I think that group did phenomenal. That's probably our best total grouping, honestly.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. A. The only reason you don't get an A plus from me is because for whatever reason, I don't know if it's running back, I don't know if it's O-line, I don't know if it's scheme. The one stat they suffered in was bottom 5 in converting on third or fourth down and short, and that's 3 yards or less. They were bottom of the league, which is really weird considering how good this offensive line is.
It's crazy that the best way we could do those was jet sweeps, not even just a run at the
yeah.
Like that's tough. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's a duo system or yeah. Tight end.
That's a good one, man. Because that's the fun part about our tight ends is we've got a lot of good guys here, but we don't have any great guys here. That's the tough spot about it. They're all really, really good. But none of them are like top tier talent yet. I'll say Ferguson certainly has that capability, but for this grouping, give me a B, because I mean they didn't do poorly at all, but there's still like a little bit to be desired in my opinion.
It was they're super fun to watch. 13 personnel took over the Rams wins for a big bulk of the season there. That was really cool to see. I'll give them a B plus for the sake of consistency. I think that's kind of maybe what you're speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
Like regular games, cool. They'd show up, you could take over. But then with the biggest spotlight, week 16, you got a bunch of drops. Playoffs didn't really shine outside of the Parkinson game winner, which was awesome. But still a little bit left to be desired. You never really knew who was going to be out there. Like, was the rotation because of need, or was it just we can't figure out who's the best? So, yeah. And then the Ferguson pick, you kind of expect a little bit more. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little harsh.
Yeah,
on
that one we'll know in like 4 years. It's too hard to tell right now.
Don't get me started on that again. Wide receivers. You got an all-pro Puka Nacua. You got a touchdown leader in Devontae Adams, and then the rest of the room. And then you must also consider, I'm throwing the Tutu Atwell thing in there, whether it's his fault or not, that's coaching or not. Tutu Atwell as well.
I don't know why you wouldn't. He was literally a wide receiver for us this year. And that's part of the reason I give this grouping a C. Obviously, Devontae and Puka are Devontae and Puka, but that was all we had. It was few and far between when other members of that room would really step up and have a true impact on a game. Obviously, we saw X do it from time to time, Witt do it from time to time. Tutu had his catch against the Colts, stuff like that, but inconsistency and overall, I just think like it's very top heavy, and that's unfortunate. I think that we need to round out that room a little bit.
And it sucks because I spoke all year to this being the best room. And at times it really showed where it was like, hey, Devontae's down. Konate Mumfield scored a touchdown against Jacksonville. You're like, okay, see, we were completely right.
Mm-hmm.
There would be games where Xavier Smith would show. But then Jordan Whittington, I mean, I feel like either he also had a sophomore slump or that's just the most he can do. Like he is the Ben Skoranek of this era where it's like, hey, man, great on special teams. He'll fit, like he knows all the spots and he'll fit in, but that's about it. Like maybe he's good for 1 15-yard play. Could you scheme something really cool? He's just not that fast. So I'll get a little bit better just because it is so top heavy. But the top heavy was the best in the NFL. I'm gonna give it an A-. Like I think they were that good. Like Puka was that unstoppable. Devontae was that unstoppable at times in the red zone. Yeah, we very different on that one. You're super harsh with the depth in there. I like that a lot. But
yeah, well, it's just because we know what Puka and Devontae are, and they did what they do. Yeah. But everybody else, we had these ideas that they were going to be able to contribute more. Like we pay $10 million fully guaranteed. We're thinking that he's going to be a part of the offense. We think Whittington is going to fill in like for that cup role kind of thing, and still be able to get it done. And yeah, ultimately those. I think everybody else just disappointed me ultimately, but Puka and Devontae are. They didn't do anything where I'm like, oh my God, look at like it's like, yeah, they did what they do, but everybody else, I was fairly impressed with.
You talked me into it. You talked me into it. Running back, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum. I would say Jarquez Hunter, but they didn't ever play him. And Ronnie Rivers, not counting his special team stuff, but yeah, running back room.
Yeah, this is a hard one to grade. I would say I would kind of go. I think I would go B- because they didn't play poorly, but it just felt like, I mean, that the storyline of Kyron not being able to break off a long run, I think, is going to creep back in this offseason. I think that there's not a lot bad to say about Blake Corum. I think he's extremely talented, but I just don't think the Rams really use them well necessarily. It doesn't seem like that with their skill set, it feels like they should be a more potent part of our offense, I would say. So yeah, I'll say B-.
Man,
that's tough.
Not that one. Yeah, my only knock is the explosives yet again. There wasn't a lot of games where we really saw any threat. Again, I still feel like it was really only Stafford that stretched the field that really opened up for like the 15-yard runs. There was never like a breakaway big, 60, 70-yard run. Like I feel like every other team always gets every season. I just don't think Blake Corum has that breakaway speed. So that's my only knock. I'm going to give him a B on this one. Boom. Right. And then quarterback. Lock 9. He was the only quarterback that had to play this year. Love to see that.
Dude,
what you got for him?
Look at his friggin' ratio, man. This guy kept us in every game. I mean, if you take him out of this offense and we are blatantly a way worse team, it's an A+, man. That's the MVP of the NFL, and deservedly so.
Agreed. And as much as I was thinking about this, like, do I want to knock some like the playoff game? Do I give him an A solid? I think that we're not even a playoff team if Matthew Stafford's not in there. I thought this team would be so good that if Jimmy G did have to play, that he'd still rattle off a bunch of wins and get into the playoffs. But seeing as how certain things developed at certain positions, even more bigger case for MVP is that I feel like he did such a big carry job for this team that we didn't even realize it the whole time.
Yeah.
So it was about the Staffords we met along the way. And Here we go. And see, Muad'Dib, just gotta have patience, dog. Punters right there.
Chill out.
There's Evans right there, dog. All right. Let's start at the top edge rushers, primarily talking about Byron Young, Jared Verse, a little bit of Josiah Stewart, Nick Hampton for whatever he played. That room, what you got for him?
I am going to go with an A-. My brain also wanted to say B+, but I'm going to go with an A- because I think that overall there was a little bit of disappointment in this room, but I think that, BY played absolutely phenomenal. Jared Versus he's got something. I don't know what, but he's got something. And he can be extremely talented. And then Josiah Stewart coming in as the rookie, he's got the framework of an absolute monster. I'll give it an A-. I'm not super confident with that, but I feel like BY, especially the way he started, but as the season ended, man, it just felt like they couldn't get home, man. Ever since that first Seattle game and on, I feel like they just couldn't get home.
Give him B-. I heavily, even though they're still the strength, I think they were a good strength. They weren't like take over. I never felt ever like we walked into a game, especially like Chicago. They're like, oh man, they're throwing Tuna over at left tackle. Like Verse should eat. And then did you catch it? But at one point, Verse said, "Oh, it was my fault. I had the wrong guy that I was prepping for." Like, what do you mean, wrong guy? Like, so what is? There's certain things like just shut up. Like, don't say. Like, keep that. You didn't have to volunteer that information. Maybe I'm looking too far into it, but in the biggest moments, they never came through. There was never a point where they like took over the game completely in those big moments. And I think that's what your edge rusher does. If you're not going to be the sacks leader, the edge rusher is your game ender, your showstopper. Never had that. So for me, I can't give him an A. Yeah. Linebacker. This is the rest of the group. This is the inside guys, Nate Landman, Omar Spates and company.
Give me a B here. I think they did do well. But there was also that, we started so hot with Landman, week 1, he ends the game on a punch out and stuff like that. And then it did feel like we were waiting for more. The second half of the season, it kind of felt like we were waiting for pops. And then, I don't know if I'll get that image of Omar out of my head getting absolutely shook by Kenneth Walker, man. That was tough, man. Like
which
that
time?
One, oh, you know which one. This was one in this last game, man. That early one where it was just just attack, man. Like right in the backfield, right at the line of scrimmage, just absolutely ankle guts all over the line of scrimmage, man. Terrible. But so I kind of feel like there was a little bit left to be desired from this grouping as well.
Same thing, a drop off. Thought Nate Landman was like, "Oh, dude, how did nobody else want him? Like, the whole league is stupid." Oh, he's a little slow, which is fine. But him trying to do everything linebacker, it seemed to really take a dip, like dude, after he signed his extension. After
that's unfortunate. It also his production, it did feel like he was a lot better when Lake was out there as well, because, and I talked about that on Ram Showcase, that it's now he was the only guy out there kind of controlling everything. When Lake goes back, it's like now he can only worry about the front seven again. So I think that did play a big factor. But the first and second half difference between, I think, most positions in the defense is pretty dramatic.
You just reminded me. I kind of got to make a separate one for the star.
That's one guy though.
Take McCullough, Josh Wallace when they had to step in.
Yeah, those are all safeties though. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what? Now you don't get it. Now you don't get one. Here, take it away. It's gone.
I think that's better because those guys play another position.
All right, safeties.
Safety. Everybody in our secondary is going to get a little bit harsh, but I actually do really like our safeties. I think that the potential in our safety room is crazy with Lake, Tank. You got the Cams. Ultimately, I do like this group a lot, but we're a little bit disappointing. I'd say give me a B-.
Woohoo! B-. I think I'm right there too. The best part of the secondary, It's just, yeah, best part of the secondary. It was just the same thing, big moments as it came down the stretch, especially in that last game. The kind of little bit of a damper, a little bit of a letdown at times, letting guys be wide open. Is that really just on the safeties, corners? I think Lake is a saving grace there that bumps him up a bunch because there's times where Cam Kinches just kind of disappears as well. So I'm seeing a trend where I feel like, I don't know if something changed with the scheme this year, but that's a conversation for a different day. Cornerbacks, the outside guys.
Corner, I think give me a D here. I think that ultimately we just kind of handled them poorly. It's just one of those things too. It's like in this playoff game, the NFC Championship game against the Seahawks, like dude, Forbes, he was so good against JSN in that most recent game against them in the regular season. And then we just put D-Will on him instead. It just had no business happening. Durant seemed to be real streaky. Akello's real streaky. He's good, then he's bad, and that happens just within games. These guys are good and bad, and so the inconsistency. I can't go higher than a D.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am right there with you. An F would be like, hey, you're better having no one out there. Like they would have moments at times, and it was all before week 12. Like Praying Mantis actually talked about there. Like it was just really weird. After week 12, the defense just completely dropped off. You would think it'd get back after Lake came back, but it did not look any better. I think some bad habits were instilled for too long there. And we'll move on from that. Defensive tackle. This is the interior defensive line. Kobe Turner, Puna Ford, Ty Hamilton, and co.
Yeah, I think that that Kobe Turner is turning into a household name. I think he's becoming elite. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. Puna Ford helped out big time this year. I think that I'd give the interior, give me an A-. It just did feel like there was still when we just needed that stuff, man. It just didn't seem like it was always there.
And it's not fair because it's like, where's Aaron Donald at? Give me Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I will also give him A-. I have zero qualms about the run defense. I usually felt like I would see more pressure from the interior. Braden Fisk started showing up at the end. It was really impressive. Kobe Turner was always consistent, pressuring the pocket. I like seeing Puna Ford track down quarterbacks was funny as hell this year. I'm right there with you. Ethan Evans, Sir Strong Punt, Sir Buff Guy.
Yeah. My punter can beat up your punter, and give me a B+ for him. I think that ultimately this year, he was fine, but there was a few punts where it's like, yo, what are we doing, man? So, fine ultimately, but nothing to. This isn't like a C. We're not going to talk about 2025 Ethan Evans.
It's okay.
What are you adding, man? I'm running out of time here. We got to go.
I know. I agree. Same. No notes. B+.
Okay.
Returner. How about the return game?
Give me a D+. I think they did okay, but Jordan Whittington too many times just runs right into the back of his friggin' guys. What are you doing? Run around those guys.
Yeah. I'm going to say solid, just D. Give him just zero creativity from any of the coordinators as well, for no explosives. And then finally, Chris Shula.
You know what, man? Give me a C- here. I think that the talent that we've got in our defense is absolutely absurd, and I just don't feel like he got their potential out of him.
Well, Deeb, I know everyone's mad at Xavier Smith. First fumble of the year, which sucks, brutal timing, but I'm not going to sit here and blame dude. Like he didn't at least do a decent job on punt return all season. And I'm giving Shula a C. Pretty average. Cool, you help guys overperform, but like I told somebody, he's not Les Snead in Sean McVay, but if you've got as much power as you do as a coordinator in the Rams organization, you didn't speak up and say hey, give me more guys. You didn't at all once. You didn't pound the table. You weren't part of the draft process. You okayed this defense. So this is you get blamed for it too.
I don't even know if I would say that as far as the players go, but as far as the deployment of those players, I just feel like we We didn't use them to their maximum capabilities.
Well, that was a quick 30 minutes, but hey, we did it. We did it. How do you feel about these grades? Do you feel we did it?
I feel okay. I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I feel good. How do you feel? You okay?
I miss football.
Yeah, me too. It's
I miss
right here. Brett's right.
When I get,
this is gonna be such a long off season.
I gotta start doing mock drafts. I don't want to do that.
You don't have to. Those are the dumbest thing of all time. They don't mean anything. They don't mean anything.
People yearn for mock drafts.
I think we're gonna take Johnny Manziel first round.
Give me that guy Bo from draft day. You like my pen? It's my favorite pen.
Bo, but he's a bust. No one even went to his birthday party.
Bo